Hey, I want to do a chapter review on chapter 2 of Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark and Renee Yarnell. This book is pretty good. Once again, it's packed full of information. I have so much information on chapters that I cannot give a full overview. But basically, chapter 2 is avoid the management trap. What this says is, after you recruit 10 or 15 people, a lot of people think that they can just kind of stop and focus on those 10 to 15 people, that everything's going to be great, it's going to be ever expanding, and you won't have to worry anymore. Sometimes people get lucky and this is true, but you shouldn't do that. You should always spend most of your time prospecting and getting more and more people into your business that you personally enroll. This can only benefit you. So what it says is once you get these 10 to 15 people enrolled, yeah, you want to drive your lines as deep as you can, but you want to do that by adding more and more people within your business to help these people out, those who deserve it. So one thing is that you should never, one thing I kind of did as well, is you should never do all the work for people. It doesn't matter if they're your best friends, your family, whatever it may be. What you're doing is actually doing them a disservice. You're taking away their leadership abilities by doing all the work for them, and once you leave them, their downline's going to leave them as well. So you always got to keep that in mind. You always want to build that person by giving them the proper knowledge, the proper tools to succeed. Um, this guy calls it, Mark Yarnell, he calls it the Messiah complex. And basically, what he's saying is the people that you help out in the beginning by teaching them properly training them, showing them what to do, uh, those people are probably going to be silent or not contact you as much after 3 or 4 months. At first, you kind of think, it's a little depressing, but it actually should be a good feeling. This means that people are taking the leadership roles and doing the business themselves instead of fully relying on you. So after that, it says, don't babysit your downline. People will want you to do the work for them because they're afraid. They simply have fear, whether fear doing home business, doing phone calls, doing prospecting, talking to people one on one, or even group meetings, whatever it may be. But the fact of the matter is that you should help these people the first few times with that by doing the meetings. Then you need to really toss the reins to them and let them take over. They're going to be uncomfortable at first, but once they do one, two, three meetings, then they're going to be good at it. And they're going to do the same thing for their downlines. Um, all right, so next they have what he calls the experience abroad. He says it takes 2 to 3 years of hard work in most marketing systems. I know people through one of my marketing systems that 6 months make over $100,000. A guy that's in a year and a half, he's making close to $200,000. But the thing is, it takes 2 to 3 years of dedication experience to get that, six-figure income and build your way up to 100 plus thousand a month. Okay, so if you're trying to just plan on doing something for 3, 4, 5 months, then you might as well not even do it. One, we appreciate your volume, but it's not right. You shouldn't do that to yourself. If you want to do something like marketing business, dedicate at least a year and a half to 2 years. Robert Kiyosaki, he's the writer of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He makes millions upon millions of dollars every year. He suggests, even though he doesn't do network marketing, he does big business enterprises himself. He owns several businesses in real estate and all that good stuff. But he says if you do network marketing, you need to dedicate at least 5 years to it. And so if you make it 5 years, there's no reason that you shouldn't be financially free if you put the time towards it. Um, One thing that they cover in this is he calls it the buy-in. He has two different types of volume, real and promotional volume. Um, he says you need to have a good ratio of both, but he said promotional volume is great, which promotional volume comes from members, affiliates, and such like that. He said that's great to have for your initial build. But in order to have a sustainable program and market, you have to have real volume, which comes from customers who truly love the products. That's why I'm blessed and grateful for being part of Vima because Vima has some absolutely amazing products that I use on a daily basis. The people that try them, they love them. 95% of the people that give a product a try absolutely love it, whether it's for the taste or how it makes them feel or the vitamins that they get. Or if it's on the weight loss and activity side, like I like to do, the body side. I love it because helps me, burn some fat, keep my weight manageable, and they're just great products. So by doing this, you get a constant flow of product every month that builds and builds and builds because everybody wants to tell their friends about it. Um, all right, so a couple more things in this chapter is, if you do all this work for people, one thing that they like to tell you, leaders will try to get you into business, which is wrong. If somebody just tells you, make a list of distributors or possible prospects, give them to me, and I'll do all the work for you. Once again, it never works, and you just took away the full experience of network marketing for that person. So don't do that. And what they say is, say if you're going to do this type of business, you need to do it. Either go all in and do it, whether if you're all in as part time, during your part time, you go all in during that time. Okay, that means you dedicate your time seriously and do things that are productive to your business. Or quit. Simply just don't do it. Don't put yourself through that and don't hassle with it. The money, the time freedom, the family life, it's all there if you're willing to put the work in at the beginning. So once again, this is chapter 2 of your first year network marketing by Robert and Renee Yarnell. So if you like this, send me an email, tkdblack2012 yahoo.com, asking about my blog, like, share, comment on the post. Thank you.